I'm Aaron.
I'm Alex.
And do you smell that? That is the smell of a new baseball season, folks.
Yeah, it is.
It's better
here.
than new car smell.
It's like it's come one day early this year.
Oh,
One day early and 1,000 miles closer than it was last year.
it's here, baby.
6,000 miles closer than last year.
Opening day is on us. And how counterclimactic can it be than one game at night?
What? That sounds like the start to a new love song. One game at night.
Anyway,
One game at
so
night.
we got all sorts of things to discuss today. This is probably my favorite episode that we do during the year because to me, baseball is much more than what takes place on the field. The value of baseball is not just what you take in on the field. It's what you take in from the comfort of your seat. What are you holding in your hand and what are you putting into your mouth? Those are...
What games do you attend?
So what kind of new food offerings do we have for the 2026 season? We're going to take a look at some of those today.
For all those brand new listener out there, and I was intentional listener, singular. For all those brand new listener out there, Aaron is a foodie. Is what the cool kids call a foodie. And oftentimes when you go to a game, you'll be sitting there 1 minute and you'll be enjoying just the happenings on the field. And then you'll look to your right or to your left and you're like, Aaron, where'd you go? And he finds himself on the other side of the stadium, kind of searching out just the best cuisine a stadium has to offer. And
So let's preface this. You know, I enjoy going to new ballparks. Hopefully next month I'll be going to Kauffman Stadium, and I enjoy walking around the concourse, taking in the different views that there are to be had of the ball game taking place and surveying the available cuisine. Because you can only do so many Cracker Jacks and hot dogs, in my opinion. You know,
he likes to see his lady from all angles. And
the baseball game. The baseball.
Oh, that's right,
game.
the baseball game. That's right.
So anyway, we've got queued up all sorts of wonderful things with that. And in addition, talk through opening day weekend. We've dithered with maybe some association taking place with a meat provider because we've come up with some different segments of the show, like rare cuts or other things like that. Maybe if someone from Omaha Steaks is listening, we're not sponsored by them yet. And you know, that there's opportunities for the future. But anyway, we're going to preview opening day weekend matchups and then talk about the whole dynamic of opening day this year because it's different from last year. So let's start with that. We're recording this on Wednesday. Today is opening day. And we put that in air quotes because it's not really opening until tonight.
Yeah.
And it feels weird because opening night is on Netflix for the first time.
Yep. As Netflix continues to try to take over the world, they are now going to take over opening night of baseball. And I don't know, for those who love like American freedom and civilization, probably should just be very much against this. But nonetheless, I will tune in and watch the Yankees tonight because that's what good Americans do on opening day. And it doesn't matter who's playing, but we're gonna tune in for this game, and it's, Lord willing, going to be a good one. So we'll see.
So it starts at 8:05, which is actually going to be 5:05 because the Yankees take to the road to play the Gigantes, the Giants, and pitching tab, Max Fried and Logan Webb. About as white American as it gets as it comes to good starting pitching.
Yeah, I'm a big Logan Webb was stellar in the World Baseball Classic. It's probably going to, as soon as I say this, it won't be, but probably be a low scoring affair, I'm guessing. And Max Fried's been electric the last couple seasons. And so it'll probably be first team to score 3 runs is going to win the game. And the question is who's going to come crawling out of the Yankees bullpen, and can they build the gap between however long Max Fried pitches, whether it's 5 innings or whatever, to David Bednar? That's been the question for the Yankees in years past. And the question at the outset on the forefront of my mind is this the year that Aaron Boone finally bites the dust as manager in New York City, or is it not? We will see. Time will tell. So
well, and the Giants find themselves with a new manager this season, And so, you kind of have the in with the new and potentially out with the old. So, we got to kind of see how that shakes out.
Big fan, by the
And
way. I said this last year on the podcast. Super excited to see, because they went and the manager for the Giants, former manager of the University of Tennessee, powerhouse at the collegiate level. First time we've really seen this in recent memory is a coach. You see this in other sports, right? You see maybe a college football coach get the call up. You've seen
Nick
college
Saban's
basketball
and the Urban
coaches.
Meyers. Yep,
Brad Stevens, with Butler University, kind of gets called up to the Celtics. And this first time we've seen this in my lifetime anyway, a college coach getting the reins of a professional baseball team. And so I'm very curious to see how this works, because quite frankly, a lot of good coaches at the collegiate level, and college baseball is as popular as it's ever been in recent memory. And there's some factors for that. But if this goes well, this could become a trend. We'll see.
We shall see. Tony Vitello, good luck to you
Tony
tonight.
Vitello. Yeah.
Tomorrow is opening day proper.
Yes.
Everybody plays tomorrow except the Yankees Giants. Seems very anticlimactic.
It's the wonkiest start. Like, baseball of all sports has the wonkiest start to the season, because you already have teams over the last week of spring training. They're taking like sporadic days off in this last week. They're playing back-to-back games. Some are playing in professional parks. Some are playing still on the spring training complex. And then not only that, as you're gearing up, you got some team. One team will play Wednesday, then they're going to have an off day. All the teams except the team that played on Wednesday will play Friday, or Thursday. Then half the teams will play Friday, half the teams won't. Half the teams will play Saturday, half the teams won't. And Lord willing, you'll have everybody playing Sunday on the getaway day. And again, you're just like, there's no real rhyme or reason to it. Like, how do they determine which ones play back-to-back days to start the season, which ones don't? Like, I don't think anybody really knows.
I mean, just think of it as the like how the football season starts, right? I mean, you got all sorts of stuff going on. Thursday night. I think this last year there was a Friday night opening game internationally, and then Sunday and Monday, and the season just it expands. And I think they're trying to take advantage of whatever they can get in terms of hype leading up to it. I feel like I haven't seen a lot of stuff about the Netflix opener tonight. Like, I'm sure on the TV airwaves it's been there. Haven't seen a whole lot of it on social media. I've seen a lot of Fox Baseball Night in America stuff. And, there's other MLB TV type stuff. But anyway, I think
it's important to point out, Major League Baseball was originally going to open up in Tehran. And then they kind of had to come up with plan B. This is actually plan C, opening up on Netflix in San Francisco. Originally, it was going to be Tehran. Then it was going to be Ukraine. And then now we're here.
Seriously?
That's all free information.
Where is this, like an Adam Schefter according to my sources type thing?
According to my sources, a friend of the podcast told me originally they were going to open up in Tehran.
Was there any talk of
gas was too expensive to get over there?
Was there any talk of having it in Tel Aviv? I hear Israel is a real hot spot of baseball activity.
We're not current events connoisseurs. Write in, comment on the podcast, comment on the link this week. Is there something going on in the world right now that would prevent baseball from being played internationally?
So here's a fun topic for discussion for viewers to comment on. If you could have an opening day game anywhere in the world, where would you want that opening day game to take place? If it wasn't going to happen on U.S. soil at a Major League Baseball stadium, where would you want to see that opening day game take place? On a beach in the Caribbean? On, somewhere in maybe Greenland? I don't know. Let us know, where would you want to see an opening day game take place? We've seen one take place in Japan. Now we're,
It seems like a massive letdown to go from Japan for an opening series last year to San Francisco.
And an opening series. An opening series, like you said. It wasn't just an opening game. They played 3 games a week in advance or something like that. It was
they
crazy.
Played 3 games a week in advance. They played 3 exhibition games apiece, or 2 exhibition games apiece that both the Cubs and the Dodgers did against Japanese opponents. I thought that was an awesome way to begin the season.
Mm-hmm.
And quite frankly, you could do that in Korea. You could do that in Mexico. You could
DR.
do well, I'm not sure if the Dominican Republic has their own like professional league, but like Mexico has their own professional league. Like you could have like some exhibition games, and you could have some guys like, and then have the actual like matchups between the two professional teams. There's ways to do it, but it just seems like if we're growing this, if and I'm not necessarily an ascriber or a subscriber to this mentality, but if the mantra is we want to grow the game internationally, it seems like you want to build on the whole Japanese opener last year, and it almost feels like we can't do better than that. So it's like, let's just go back to having just a regular opening day where, although it is a little like because there's who's the voice in your head on opening night as far as commentating goes, and I'm sure Netflix won't have them lined up, but like who's the ESPN play-by-play that would be the classic voice of like Sunday night baseball or opening night baseball in America?
So I know you're going to get me for this. I'm a huge Joe Buck guy.
An American institution, that guy, hair plugs and all.
That's right.
Mean, yeah, like.
But you're right. He's not going to be on the
Right.
call. It'll probably be some guys we've never heard of before, and maybe AJ Pierzynski.
This will be right up there with the Roku broadcast at 10:30 a.m. on Sunday morning. Like, that's what this will be.
What is that white object they're batting around? Oh,
Exactly.
That's called a baseball.
Exactly. Yeah. No. And there's
Speaking of, can't really get any worse than this. Look at the pitching matchups on Thursday.
my favorite is TBD versus TBD.
Who's got that?
Oh, sorry. I'm up on the weekend. It's amazing how many teams.
Tigers Padres, TBD versus TBD.
It's amazing how many teams as of right now don't have like the first 3 days of their pitching rotation nailed down.
Yeah, true.
We've a lot of TBD matchups over the weekend. But yeah, what kind of pitching matchups are we looking at?
So it's interesting to me because you have a lot of frontline starters.
We do.
None of them are really facing each other. I think the closest thing you get is Rangers Phillies, Nathan Eovaldi versus Christopher Sanchez. You got Paul Skeens and Freddie Peralta. That's lopsided. You have Jacob Mizorowski and Shane Smith for the White Sox. Lopsided. You got a nothing bomb with Cade Cavalli and Matt Boyd.
Hey, don't be throwing shade at Matt Boyd.
Bro, Matt Boyd, Joe Ryan and Taylor Rogers, Trevor Rogers, one of those three. I forget the first name of the guy. It's just T. Rogers, which is not helpful. Garrett Crochet and Andrew Abbott. That's an interesting matchup, but Crochet's established and Abbott's rising. You got Jose Soriano and Hunter Brown. Again, who are these guys? I mean,
well,
they're not nobodies, but
but the best pitching matchup is honestly on opening night with Logan Webb and Max Fried.
Yeah, that is a good one.
But again, I think this is like, it's unfortunate, and we've addressed this from a couple different angles on the podcast over the time we've done this podcast. And what we're witnessing here is another evidence of the death of the starting pitcher.
Maybe.
Well, no, I mean, it's just like, okay, like we just don't like, there's not a priority placed on just like having that elite number one starting pitcher. Drew Rasmussen, good pitcher. Matthew Liberatore, good pitcher. But we live in a really weird day and age where both of them are the opening day. Like it used to be, and it still is, I think, for some. But to be tabbed as the opening day starter was like a notch in your belt as far as career accolades. I don't know if that's the case really anymore. I don't know. Or I don't think it is what it was in the early 2000s, late 90s, whatever it was, if you roll the clock back. To your point again, Zach Gallen, Yamamoto, if this was 2023, that'd be an elite matchup. Unfortunately, Zach Gallen, has fallen on hard times as far as ERA goes.
And even being able to find a decent contract.
Absolutely. And he's the elite former kind of Cy Young candidate that, nobody wants, and his own team kind of has to keep him around. It's like, it's a really bad deal. Sneaky good matchup, depending on what kind of stuff he's got. Logan Gilbert, Tanner Bybee out on the West Coast.
True.
Bybee pitched multiple times in the postseason last year for Cleveland. Logan Gilbert. I'm just always struck. That guy's just he's enormous. Like
You stud.
he's such like a thoroughbred. He's so tall and he's got good velocity, and it's just like, man, just such a tough matchup. But yeah, no, I don't know. There's a couple, as I'm looking in deep diving here, there's a couple names that jump off the page, but again, like, unfortunately, like, Sam Smith or whatever the guy, Shane Smith, has to go out there and kind of toe the rubber for the White Sox.
He was decent for them last year. He was not bad. He is the best pitcher the White Sox have,
which tells you everything you need to know.
Unfortunately, he is the best pitcher the White Sox have. In terms of matchups, there's also not a whole lot of divisional stuff. Like,
no,
you got and you even have some interleague stuff starting off the season, like White Sox Brewers.
Yeah, there's a couple Rays, Cardinals, Rangers, Phillies,
Red Sox, Reds.
Good grief. Like,
a lot of Reds going on there. So you do have a couple divisional ones. You got Angels, Astros. You got D-backs and Dodgers, and that's it. 2 divisional matchups, and there's a lot of other interleague stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out for the weekend. Exciting times. Baseball is back. And with that, new cuisine at ballparks. And last year, this was the time when Alex started getting really excited, because last year seemed like the year of the hot dog. How can we, sell more hot dogs? Dollar hot dog nights, 3-foot hot dogs. I mean, like, all sorts of crazy stuff. The theme this year seems to be data-driven analytics. And what do the fans want?
Well, I have a theme.
Yeah.
And my theme is set sail. Set sail is the theme that I'm seeing, but we can break it down accordingly.
No, go ahead. What are some of the scintillating menu options you've seen?
Set sail seems to be kind of the theme, and because at the ballpark, there's at times, and again, it pairs well with your theme. What do the fans want? There's the feeling of, we want good food, but it's also what comes with the food.
Yeah, dude.
The ice cream was good, but when the ice cream started coming in the souvenir, helmet, it took it to the next level. And it seems like teams are doing that. Seattle Mariners at T-Mobile Park. It's the Washington State ferry boat souvenir vessel. It's a ferry boat souvenir vessel, which is filled with fish and chips with dipping sauces in the bow and the stern. And for an $8 upgrade, you can have fan favorite seafood options like crab top nachos, crab dip, fish and chips, or for the children among us, chicken fingers.
Wow.
And it comes in a little boat, and the boat has the Mariners decal on both ends of the boat. And after you're done, you can lug that around for the rest of the game and go display it in your office at home. And it's a set sail theme, if you will.
Can you imagine
Seattle?
Can you imagine the attendants after the game having to clean up all of these boats laying around Mariners Ballpark?
Absolutely. And the question is, you just throw them in the dishwasher and reuse them tomorrow? I don't know.
That's true.
Not to be outdone.
What's the shelf life on those?
Not to be outdone. That's by far the highest quality boat. The boats go down in quality here. If you find yourself at Fenway Park, they have what they're calling, and you have to get the pronunciation right, because I've heard that if you say the R, they will not know what you're talking about. They call it lobster poutine. Lobster poutine. It's crispy Cavendish farm fries, Luke's lobster meat, clam chowder, and crispy bacon, all kind of built on this like mountainous display in the back of this cardboard fishing boat. Not nearly as high quality as the Seattle boat, the ferry boat in Seattle, but nonetheless, lobster poutine. And then lastly, in the set sail theme, you have the Pittsburgh Pirates, and they're calling it a boat. They're calling it the Heavy Hitter Dog. It's a foot-long hot dog with cornbread coating, yellow mustard, pico de gallo, served in a baseball bat boat.
Try saying that 5 times fast.
Baseball bat boat. The heavy hitter dog.
All right.
So that's the set sail theme. I've got a couple other things on my mind, but I'm going to let you tell me what the foodie is seeing with what is coming out this year.
First off, don't draw a false dichotomy between you and me. You're the one who is like, dude, I found this place down the road and they sell gourmet hot dogs. That was you, okay? So don't foodie me. You are right in that as well. So don't get all at me. Now,
I do want to say, friend of the podcast, not a sponsor, good people. We love big dogs there down in
Trapp, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Yeah, we love big dogs. Love those people.
All right. On the continued theme of hot dogs, the Bariqua dog.
The Bariqua, where are we? Where are we for the Bariqua
PNC Park.
So you've had your heavy hitter, and now you're going to have the Bariqua
hot dog offering with sofrito beef, Smallman Street Deli kraut, yellow mustard, American cheese, ketchup, braised onion, potato sticks, and oh, by the way, it's all served on a roll. Interesting. This other one caught my eye because I enjoy Southern cuisine, and have I ever seen something like this. Also at PNC Park, the Coop Puppy.
The Coop Puppy?
Sweet tea brined chicken. Sweet tea is not meant to brine. It is meant to be drunk, whatever.
Drank.
You're supposed to drink it. There we go.
There you go.
Sweet tea brine chicken, a toasted roll, ketchup, braised onion, ranch, and shredded lettuce. What is this thing supposed to taste like? Come on. Sweet tea brine chicken, really? If this is fan-driven culinary innovation, what fans are demanding we really want sweet tea brine chicken?
Right.
Honestly.
Right. Nobody's asking for that.
Sounds amazing, and I'm probably going to try at Kauffman Stadium. The beef Wellington hot dog.
There's no way you could make beef Wellington sound bad.
It's got all the magic words that you love. Listen to this. Foot-long hot dog topped with, here we go, prosciutto, minced mushrooms, chipotle ketchup, and yellow mustard inside puff pastry.
Yeah.
It's got the mushrooms and it's got the prosciutto. That's your love language right there. Prosciutto and mushrooms. Also taken at Dyken Park and in Houston, there's a certain restaurant chain that has the bloomin' onion. That's not enough for Dyken Park. They got to go with the boomin' onion.
Send me right to stall number 2. The boomin' onion.
Super colossal fried onion. So they're getting huge onions with boom boom sauce or ranch dressing. I feel like boom boom sauce is trademarked by somebody, but they've got it. With specialty variations including the H-Town hot boomin' onion, which has popcorn chicken, hot honey aioli, H-Town hot sauce, or, and this one might appeal to you, my friend, barbecue part burnt end boomin' onion.
I think
they need to pluralize that because it just sounds like a barbecue. It just sounds like some other end is burnt from the boomin' onion.
I think the fans need to adopt the same mentality that most professional athletes have, and that's no boom boom before the big game.
That's right.
And or during the big game. And
now, here's another one that's going to be speaking your language at Dyken Park, the brisket donuts.
I've seen those. Those look fantastic.
Yep.
Sweet and savory together. Go ahead and read that one off. That one caught my eye.
The brisket donuts?
Yeah. You have the ingredients there?
Yeah, so that doesn't really say much, but there are 2 fried brisket donuts with barbecue sauce and homemade mac and cheese. Mac and cheese has no place anywhere near donuts. Sorry.
All right, so if we could spice this up a little bit, and by spice I mean spice. As we read ingredients, if the other person could just be like, "Oh yeah." How about this, dude? And this is you northeastern people.
Yeah.
The Baltimore Orioles. Is it still Camden Yards? Have they renamed themselves?
Nope, it is still Oriole Park at Camden Yards.
Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Some things never change. The Brick and Whistle Food Company.
Ooh.
The hospitality team by Levi for Camden Yards has 3 new invented additions.
Okay.
The one that's most interesting, we call it the Big Scrap Burger. The Big Scrap Burger. It's a Maryland take on a classic ballpark burger with 2 smashed beef patties, topped with
Okay.
American cheese, crispy fried scrapple, lettuce, onions, pickles, and house-made brick sauce. You will be bricked up after you have the Big Scrap Burger at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Yes.
Second place for that submission, something else. This is down at Truist Park for the Braves. The bat flip.
Bat flip.
Bat flip.
The bat flip.
Here's their description. The imposing burger is served on a 7-inch wide brioche bun and includes 2 pounds of beef, topped with braised short rib, crispy pork belly, melted cheese, crunchy onions, lettuce, tomatoes, and a fried egg.
Everything is better braised.
Boom.
Everything.
Boom.
Absolutely everything.
They
Here we
also
go.
have, we're just kind of confused as to what this is. Some might say after they get this that they're baffled. It is a sandwich pocket creation developed for service at racing events. It's made in a special device similar to a waffle press. The baffle's burger bun interior is filled with smoked brisket smothered in a truffle cheese sauce. Dude, this thing, it almost looks like a pita pocket, but it's like a potato roll. Very, very strange.
So I can't believe now. Maybe you're saving desserts for later, but I can't believe you haven't sniffed this out yet because you're the sweet guy.
I am.
You're the sweet guy. The Take Me Out to the Ball Game for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Levi's Take Me Out to the Ball Game shake offers Arizona Diamondbacks fans at Chase Field a sweet beverage in between innings. The salted caramel shake includes whipped cream, peanut butter sandwich cookies, Kit Kat bars, and Cracker Jacks.
Yeah, salted caramel off the bat is a killer for me. No salted caramel.
All right, well, let's go back on the savory side. You now find yourself at Wrigley Field, Chicago Cubs town. Cubs fans looking for something different from traditional Chicago day or from a Chicago dog can enjoy a Bow Wow dog at Wrigley Field. The dish served by Levi includes a char-grilled Vienna beef hot dog housed. I love when we say that the dog is housed. Not in a bun, it's housed in a bun.
Nice.
Inside a bao bun and topped with mustard slave.
It's probably Slave.
There's no, Slave. A tempura sport peppers with mustard slave a tempura, or Slave a tempura sport peppers. It looks delicious on the picture.
Nice.
And then I can't believe you didn't say this either. In partnership with Christopher Sanchez.
Yeah, I did see that.
The Philadelphia Phillies, the Sanchez sliders were created in partnership with Christopher Sanchez to feature honey-stung tenders tossed in a house-made hot spice blend and served on potato rolls with Griot's pickles, garlic aioli, and Mike's hot honey. The proceeds, if you want good work to be done for your indulgence at the ballpark, a portion of the proceeds from each order of the menu item is being donated to Clínica de Familia, a nonprofit community healthcare clinic located in Sanchez's hometown in La Romana in the Dominican Republic. So you can do good work overseas by going and indulging yourself in the Sanchez sliders.
Or you can go to Coors Field and get some boozy ice cream. Is there anything more Coors Field than boozy ice cream? Served in a mini helmet and available to fans 21 plus with valid government issued ID. Okay.
Lastly,
okay. So no. You're talking about sweets and you left this one out. This is all the rage right now.
Okay.
The Dubai cinnamon roll.
Yeah. Okay. I got a lot of questions about this. Go ahead. Keep going.
Cinnamon roll. Okay, just stop there. That's all you need to do. A cinnamon roll. But no, topped with chocolate, vanilla ice cream, pistachios, caramel puff cereal, and katifi. Caramel puff cereal, isn't that, what was that for us growing up? What was caramel puff cereal? Wasn't that like Golden Grams?
Oh, it was. Yeah, I think so. Was it caramel though? Yeah, maybe it was. Yeah, I loved a good bowl of golden grams. Love that.
Oh yeah,
Love that.
So what are your questions about this? The Dubai cinnamon roll.
Well, it's in partnership with a whole international city. Like I go to Coors Field to get a taste of Dubai. I'm just saying, I mean, it's a Middle Eastern flavor there that's going on, which is just like, again, like I don't think of having to go to Coors Field to get a taste of. I mean, again, I'm never going to go to Dubai because Dubai's for the rich and the famous. But maybe I can get a taste of Dubai at Coors Field.
That's right. Here's the last one, and I saved the best for last. Schwarbomb Sundae.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, you did.
A shareable sized sundae. Take me out to the ball game and just take me out while I'm at the ball game. It's worthy of a Kyle Schwarber moonshot. Features Richmond soft serve topped with, here we go, a funnel cake, fried strawberry Uncrustable, fresh strawberry sauce, and fruity cereal pieces served in a 2026 MLB All-Star Game batting helmet.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a piece of artwork. Put it in the Louvre. Take a picture, put it in the Louvre.
That brings together two of the things that we've talked about here. The take-home value. Cereal just tastes better when you eat it out of a 2026 All-Star Game helmet. And an Uncrustable. Dude.
So my number one item, and it seems to be wildly famous on all the blogs or the blogosphere or whatever. The Marlins, there's zero reasons to go to the Marlins home baseball games. Zero reasons. But this might just make the list. The Marlins' new machete menu item is served in a custom carrying case. This 2-foot homemade flour tortilla is griddled on the flat top with melted mozzarella and Oaxaca cheeses. House marinated carne asada, smoky guajillo pepper sauce, salsa verde, and cilantro. It's a machete's take on a quesadilla, and it looks fantastic.
Wow.
And I would be there for every last bite of that. There's also a chicken sandwich for the Washington Nationals that looks fantastic. And speaking of another team, there's zero reasons to go watch them live. But anyway, I digress.
For some of these things, you're going to pay more for the food item in the ballpark than you're going to pay for a ticket to get into the ballpark.
Wouldn't it be great if teams could, instead of having all those unmanned ticket sale windows or ticket windows outside the ballpark, if they converted half of them where you could just walk up and buy food from the stadium and just walk away?
Heck yeah, dude.
I don't actually have to buy a ticket to go in.
Yeah.
Then I can go up and I can get my machete and walk home and not have to bother going in to watch the Marlins play live. But
could be.
Marlins might be a playoff team though, so we'll see.
Maybe. At this point, there are going to be more playoff teams than not playoff teams.
There will be.
It's opening day weekend, so if you get opportunity, get out to a ball game. I'm trying to get to one on Saturday, and let's.
Who are you going to go see on Saturday?
My boy Zach Wheeler is rehabbing at a minor league stadium, so
okay,
I'm there and square.
Okay, all right.
So anyway, do that, and we'll be back next week with another installment of Two in the Booth.
What's your number one matchup this weekend? What are you looking at? Who you looking at? This number one matchup?
Phillies Rangers, duh.
Phillies Rangers, yeah. Tigers Padres for me. Although juicy pitching matchup. Thursday, 1:00. Opening game on the actual opening day. Paul Skeens takes the bump at Citi Field against Freddie Peralta. You got the new toy for the Mets, and you have Paul Skeens ready to break the Mets' hearts on day one.
Yeah. So, I mean, can you imagine New York imploding one day into the season because they're 0-1 and in last place
this time
in the
next
NL
year?
East?
Paul Skeens maybe taking the bump for those same Mets. We'll see.
I thought you were going to say might be taking the oath of office, but
he'll be in the same place a year from now, just in the other dugout with a different jersey on. Paul Skeens pitching for the New York Mets in 2027.
Stranger things have happened.
If there's no lockout.
That's right. Well,
enjoy this opening day. Next year opening day probably won't happen at this time. So enjoy it while it's here.
While it lasts. And until next time.
Like Aaron Judge tonight on Netflix.
We're out of here.